Reaching the other side of the world has never been easier. But by flying over, are we forgetting how to travel through? Singapore, the furthest point from the UK by road and rail. Normally a 12-hour plane journey. But could you get there for just the price of the airfare without taking a single flight?
What am I doing?
Holy moly, that's going to be tough.
5 pairs of ordinary Brits are about to attempt just that.
Most people would go from A to B on a plane, but then they'd miss all this.
In an extraordinary race.
Come on, come on.
At ground level, they'll cover over 12,000 miles.
Oh, man. Look at that. It's amazing. Everybody wants to get to Azerbaijan.
Who will finish first as they leave behind the trappings of modern-day life?
It's 34 hours on one bus.
Without their bank cards.
We're going to run out of money at some point.
And their smartphones.
I don't want to argue about it. Time's ticking on.
It will test them physically.
This is where you find out about yourself.
Sleep. Sleep where?
You can't finish the race if you're dead.
And emotionally.
It's almost like I'm questioning my purpose. What is it that I want?
It's just a bit much. I'm at breaking point.
The reward is great.
It's about recapturing a little bit of me, this.
As the first team to Singapore will claim the prize of £20,000 in a race across the world.
Shift your butt, come on.
50 days, blood, sweat, tears.
Previously, the teams set off on their epic journey to Singapore.
Oh, for God's sake.
Best mates Josh and Felix worked hard and raced fast to make it to Delphi in Greece.
Yes.
The first checkpoint in first place. Claiming a 3.5-hour lead over their closest rivals, father and son Darren and Alex.
Thought we'd give you a chance at first leg.
A tragedy at home
My mum's in hospital. She's taken a slight turn for the worse.
meant an early exit for husband and wife, Jinda and Bindu.
We're going to head back, OK?
Taking up the baton, Yorkshire couple, Tony and Elaine.
I can't believe it. We're here and we're doing it.
Lifelong friends Natalie and Shamima
We're in Starbucks brushing our teeth.
relied on the kindness of strangers
Could I hug you?
to take third place. Leaving the two remaining teams, best friends Sue and Claire, and husband and wife Tony and Elaine,
We're trying to get to Delphi.
all at sea.
No.
On the slope of Mount Parnassus, Delphi. In ancient times, considered to be the centre of the world. At each checkpoint, the teams have a 36-hour break before heading to their next destination. So the earlier they get there, the sooner they can leave. 3 teams reached the checkpoint yesterday, but 2 have yet to arrive. Sue and Claire,
Yeah, look, Hotel Amalia. OK.
Hotel Amelia.
and Tony and Elaine.
Thank you, good. Come on, Sue.
Amalia Hotel.
Amalia Hotel. How far now? Oh, it's there. It's there. It's there. Crikey.
Welcome to Amalia Hotel. Kalispera.
3 other teams are in before us.
Sue and Claire take 4th spot, almost 24 hours behind the race leaders.
Can we just do this?
Fantastic.
We got here.
A little bit disappointing, but not far behind.
Not far behind.
Just 5 minutes behind,
Here we go, come on. Last little bit.
Tony and Elaine arrive in last position.
Come on.
This is the first time they'll meet the other competitors,
We're the newbies.
having replaced Jinda and Bindu.
Hi there, good to meet you.
We took their place. We're the reserves.
I'm sure we all extend our well wishes to them.
Yeah, but also lovely to meet you as well.
Yeah, it's super. It really is a great experience. It's been great meeting everybody else, and we heard really lovely people, but it changes things a little bit. You know, you see the whites of people's eyes and their experience they've had. We're 15 minutes into a game of football and we've got extra time and penalties, so it'll pick up from now on.
5:35 a.m.
We'd like to check out, please. The next checkpoint is Baku.
Okay.
Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, a city of fire, with its historic Atishgar temple and ultra-modern flame towers, celebrating the nation's vast oil and gas reserves.
I think we had our suspicions that it was going to be somewhere on the Caspian Sea.
Azerbaijan's meant to be beautiful as well.
The second checkpoint is 1,447 miles east of Delphi, and there will be a need for speed on this leg.
The team that reaches there in 5th place will be eliminated.
Okay. When we get to Singapore, 1st or 4th, I really don't mind. But if we have to go home at Baku, that'll suck.
Racing across the world is all about travelling smart, displaying speed and adaptability. The threat of elimination means every decision counts. The first, how to get out of Greece. They could head south to the capital, Athens, and its port, Piraeus, gateway to the Aegean and the Med, or head north through Thessaloniki, using road and rail, crossing the land bridge between Europe and Asia.
To the bus stop.
Yeah, let's go.
We're going to go to Athens on the bus, and then we want to get the ferry over to Sesmi.
I think the added sense of jeopardy that the elimination brings, there's definitely an added urgency. No one wants to be last. No one wants to go home. We've all put too much into this. We were planning on like a nice layover in Istanbul, taking our foot off the gas, taking the scenic route, maybe visiting some sites.
No, now it's a real kick up the bum. Need to get there.
What a lovely little town.
Without smartphones, Josh and Felix are unaware that the first bus to Athens isn't until 10 a.m.
Great.
Time for Plan B.
There's a good chance that we could do well in this competition. Over a journey of such epic proportions, there's probably 1,000 things that could go wrong. Felix and I's ability to rely on each other is one of the strengths that we'll have. Our openness to talk to people and our ability to take risks. Hopefully that will stand us in really good stead.
No one's going there.
No.
After 2 hours, some divine intervention from a tour guide and oracle named Nicholas.
You won. She will allow Nick to zip you to Athens right after breakfast.
Would you be up for that, Nick?
He loves adventure.
As long as I get a nice breakfast beforehand.
Absolutely, man. This is exactly how the universe works. We're having breakfast in a hotel with these lovely people who have invited us to join them. This is Nick, and he's very kindly agreed to take us to Athens. Your health. Cheers.
9:25 a.m. The next team to leave the checkpoint, Darren and Alex.
Your next checkpoint is Baku.
Ooh. Cranking up the pressure with an elimination.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, on the plus side, at least we know where this is.
Exactly. It's right there. Since the age of 15, I've lived with my mum. He's still my dad at the end of the day. I just don't know him like, as well as I should. So this trip, we should get to know each other a lot better than what we do now.
First thing, definitely, Athens.
Yeah.
I think that opens up more possibilities for us. I don't know Alex as a man. I know him as a child. It's going to be difficult to get balance because I need Alex to make mistakes so he can grow as a person. That balance of him growing, him becoming a more rounded individual and still winning, it's going to be a tough balance at times.
We just need to take
as much advantage lead as we can, closing the gap and hopefully catching up to Josh and Felix. I wonder what Josh and Felix have done.
While Josh and Felix hold hands, they lose their grip on the race lead as Darren and Alex catch the first bus to Athens. Eventually, Josh and Felix hit the road.
What's your background then?
I am a professional psychic.
No way.
Actually, yeah.
You know, we were saying on our way here that the gods were looking down on us and smiling. When we arrived, it was at sunset and the piercing sun was through the clouds. It just couldn't have looked more...
It was mythic.
It was mythic,
yeah, it was.
This is Apollo is greeting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Athens, birthplace of democracy and Western philosophy, with over 3,000 years of history. The city's patron deity, Athena, was goddess of courage, strength, strategy, and wisdom. And a newfound wisdom is about to be bestowed on Josh and Felix.
This will help you both if you put it right here. You see? Right here, you're on the third eye. This will help you to open up your psychic awareness, relax the mind, and tune in. So you know which way to go, which decision to make, which path.
The path each team chooses is their own, but they must pass through 5 checkpoints on the way to Singapore. Each team began the race with the cash equivalent of 2 economy airfares to Singapore in pounds sterling. This must cover all expenditures.
Hello, hi. We want to go to Sesame in Turkey. What time does it leave?
Here, 9 o'clock.
PM.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we got to Athens in record time, and then the ferry isn't until 9 PM. So we're going to hang out. Hello, no, we're all right, actually. Yeah, we don't need phones.
We're going to E7 to get some money. It's a little bit of a shame that there isn't a ferry till the evening.
But we have the power of Hermes and Apollo on our side.
200 Turkish lira.
No, 200 pounds in Turkish.
Yeah.
7 PM, 11.5 hours behind Josh and Felix, Natalie and Shamima leave Delphi.
It was 10 past 7.
What? Train is coming.
Heading north, they're aiming to catch the last train to Thessaloniki, then push on through to Istanbul.
Hi, you speak English? Oh, no.
I've known Shamima since I was 9 years old. There's absolutely nobody else in this world that I can imagine doing this trip with. I think Shamima would describe me as somebody who just goes and does something and then thinks about it, and she's more considered. But I think we balance each other out, and I think that's from decades of friendship.
We have English money.
No.
If you exchange this money, you get more euro.
But they're short of euros, and the last train north is due in 15 minutes.
I think we should just get a train to pay for it to go to Larissa.
I was willing to give them £30.
I know. It's like you throwing a strap.
The girls take a risk and board the train with the fare paid for only half the journey.
This is cosy.
Piraeus, Athens, the largest passenger port in Europe. Darren and Alex have booked an evening ferry to Turkey and won't be alone.
Hello! Seen who's it?
Yeah! Yeah!
Hello! We knew you were going to be on our ferry. You're getting the ferry?
Yes, where are you getting it to?
I just said to Josh, I was like, They're going to be on our ferry.
We'll see you, man.
Yeah.
We've closed the gap now, eh?
Yeah,
We've just closed the gap.
Look how happy he is. Are you taking the tank out of your pocket, mate? Looking very smart.
We've closed the gap. 3 hour gap and it's closed like that. We're on the same ferry. The crazy thing is we have the same strategy as Josh and Felix, which is quite scary.
I think it's going to be close between us all the way up because they have the same strategy, the same mentality, the same sort of like travelling overnight to save costs. I'm not going to change it because it's too like theirs.
No, obviously not. We're still going to be the same.
Because we believe it's a winning way to go about it.
"103 miles from Thessaloniki, an inspector calls.
Hello.
You got a ticket, please? Yes.
We can buy a ticket?
You have money?
We have pound, English pound.
No pound.
So when I bought...
Problem.
Yes.
For me.
It's problem for me as well. So we need to go to
What?
Thessaloniki.
Don't you have money?
No euro.
About no euro?
No euro. Pound.
Oh, it's problem. You stop traveling now.
We get off next stop?
Yes.
To date, Natalie and Shamima have relied on the kindness of strangers, and they are in dire need of it now.
Hello. Hi, can you speak English? Yes. What is your name? Constantina. I'm Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Shamima.
The train inspector's come.
He's trying to chuck us off the train.
Do you have any euros that when we get to Thessaloniki, we will give you euros? Can you come to the ticket inspector and explain to him, maybe?
How much do you have? How much do you have? I think that would be enough.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
And then when we get off the thingy, we'll get the money back.
Yes.
Κοιτάξτε, επειδή εγώ τώρα έχω δουλειά, έχω 300 άτομα εδώ πέρα, εμένα με ζαλίζετε κοπέλες. Ή θα φύγουμε τώρα, θα πληρώσετε, κατεβαίνετε στην Κατερίνη. Το πιο απλό μπορεί να γίνει.
Θέλουν τα κορίτσια να πληρώσουν τη διαφορά από το εισιτήριο.
One from you, the same price.
Yes.
Okay.
We got tickets to Thessaloniki.
This has been an interesting evening for you, yes?
Yeah, actually.
Not your normal evening.
No.
Natalie and Shamima's risky train strategy has paid dividends, catapulting them right back into contention as they've made it to Thessaloniki. A 7-hour wait for the ferry connection from Piraeus has dragged back the leading 2 teams, but they've now set sail across the Aegean, heading for Chesme in Turkey. The remaining teams are about to leave Delphi.
Kalimera.
The first are best friends of over 40 years, Sue and Claire.
The team that reaches there in 5th place will be eliminated. Oh, God.
And 3 teams have already gone.
I know. We're going to have to get a move on soon.
And they're 5 minutes behind us.
I know. Thank you.
It would be so wonderful to get to Singapore because of my dad. He was based there when he was in the RAF from 1946 to 1948.
We're here. Wow, that's a way. I'm just thinking maybe stick to land and get the miles in.
I'm wondering if there's a train. I don't want to go home when we get to Azerbaijan. We can't afford to make any mistakes this time, can we?
Nope.
The sword of doom hanging over our heads now with the elimination.
Yeah.
We're in 4th place, but we're only 5 minutes ahead of the other team.
Last to arrive, and therefore last to leave, Tony and Elaine, retired teachers from Yorkshire.
Okay, straight out because we've just got 6-7 minutes.
Well, as long as you get there, Tony, just don't go tripping up.
Why would you do that?
I think, you know, most people think of retirement as the last phase of your life, the bit where you kind of watch telly all day and wait to die. But for us, We really do want to travel, see parts of the world we haven't seen before, and just not be somebody else's mother, somebody else's grandma, just want to be ourselves.
Here they are.
We thought you weren't coming then.
They were quite anxious and also quite keen to lose the ladies because it's a bit disconcerting when you're in a race to have them travelling alongside you.
This bit is like tricky because I don't want to...
Well, it's not really. We can talk without discussing where we're going. We just have a conversation. It doesn't matter.
In a minute. We're going different ways anyway. We've got loads of...
How do we know? They might
I don't
do
know.
the same thing.
Well, if we get off together, then it'll be a laugh, won't it? If we don't, we'll say goodbye. That's it. And we'll see them at the next destination, OK?
Two teams have docked in the port of Çeşme, at the western tip of Turkey, frontier to Asia and home of the Turkish lira.
See you at the next checkpoint.
Excuse me. Bus station?
300 metres.
300 metres on the left.
Are you tickets? Izmir, Ankara. 2 tickets, please.
Okay.
You've got Turkish?
Yeah,
it's fine.
They've got it.
We want to get to Ankara.
Do you accept euros? We've got no Turkish money on us.
Where can we change currency?
Yeah.
Where around here can we change currency?
There are Çeşme Central.
Where's that, please?
Minibus departing from here.
Oh, so we've got to get... Look, we need to change some money so we can get a bus.
Yeah.
We don't have any Turkish money, and the boys do, so I'm a bit pissed off, to be honest. I don't want them to get the lead now, and I think they are going to.
Get on the back, maybe.
The fact is that we have to take an hour out of our time and then come back, and they'll be already on the way. Stupid. And then we're going to have to wait 40 minutes. I won't dare. What's the point?
Sad to see the guys
getting stressed,
getting in a difficult situation.
No, because I was telling you in Greece we should have changed money. I was telling you.
Well, why didn't you?
Because obviously it's a mutual decision. I can't just go spend money, can I? Pissed off, man.
I'm just sick of this. Every time there's a slight hiccup, he goes into a mood like, oh, it's the end of the world.
British pounds to Turkey.
We can't get beaten down at the slightest bump in the road. It's just, you just can't do that.
On the other side of the Aegean Sea, Sue and Claire and Tony and Elaine have both chosen to head north, using road and rail, entering Turkey via the land bridge. With elimination on everyone's mind, Tony and Elaine are desperate to lose their nearest rivals and set about quizzing locals to gain any kind of advantage.
I'm trying to get to Istanbul. Any idea of how we could find the times of trains? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
1601, you will arrive at 22:36.
22:36?
Yes.
Wow.
That is a long time.
Long time.
We presumed the onward journey would be by train, but when the guy looked it up on his phone, the bus took half the time.
3.5 hours.
So the bus is quicker than the train? What time do we get in?
12:45.
12:45.
Maybe 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Do you think we could catch this 1 o'clock bus?
No, you don't have so much time.
We don't have enough time.
Unless if you get a taxi.
It's very tight, very close.
Yes, it's very close.
The obvious route in this scenario was longer. I'm so pleased we had that conversation because that might make the difference of getting to Istanbul tonight.
We're in a race.
Across
we have
the world.
to go really, really quick. Yeah, really quick.
With Sue and Claire in the dark, Tony and Elaine plot their escape.
Ready to go. What?
I just hope it works out.
Been married 40 years. Basically, I do what Tony tells me.
I only wish that was the bloody case, I tell you what. Bus goes in 24 minutes. We're both quite stubborn, we're determined.
When the going gets tough,
yeah,
me and Tony get going.
No, yeah.
They only have 10 minutes until the 1 p.m. express bus departs. And the terminus is over 3 kilometres away.
So we can go straight to the bus station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another taxi, another...
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're in. They're following us. Good God. I swear to God, the women! They're behind us in a taxi. I am desperate to shake them off now. Desperate.
They were in a very big rush, so I'm wondering whether they know something more than we do. I don't know.
Well done,
Oh,
good,
thank
good,
you,
good.
thank you. Fast, fast, fast.
Fantastic.
Yes.
But if we hadn't done similar, well, almost the same thing, then we would have been behind. We wouldn't have been able to do this.
Let's hope that taxi driver behind us lost us found out. I can't see because my neck won't turn that far around. This one here? Oh, there's people waiting still. Excellent. Ticket before? Do you need to get ticket?
Cheers, thank you.
Ah, prayers. Where we go? Alexandra Polly, 1 o'clock. Where is it? Platform 18. OK. Alexandra Polly? This one. Excuse me, are you this bus?
What?
Alexandra Polly. OK. This one. Jesus. Where's me wine? Is where is it? Oh, God. Excellent. Woman possessed in bus station.
Unaware they've just missed the 1 p.m. express bus, Sue and Claire opt for a coach to Istanbul.
What time's the next bus?
Is the next bus.
There's not one before.
No, it's only 1:10 in the morning or 10 in the evening.
But it doesn't depart for another 9 hours.
At least we're in a place that we can buy a little bit of food, sit and relax, maybe have a cup of tea, coffee.
Can't see the other team. And that's what's on my mind, I have to say, because they're not here.
We're here.
I'm just talking.
I know.
That's what concerns me, is that they're not here.
Yeah, so they get there, right? Listen, calm. They get there, get an overnight accommodation, and we'll still be there at the same time. So don't worry, it's fine.
OK.
Won't we?
Well, no, because we're sitting around here for 9 hours till 10 o'clock.
So what?
What a game, what a rush. That is a proper race. But we'll do anything to get through to the next stage if possible.
I'm going to start playing dirty.
Are you?
And you are too.
What do you mean you can't do that?
Why not?
It's a taking part that counts. It's not the winning. That's what you said to me all my life. Why change it now?
Yeah, because I'm older and wiser now, Tony. It's about the winning. Trust me.
370 miles ahead are Natalie and Shamima. Istanbul, the only city in the world spanning 2 continents, where Europe meets Asia, East meets West, and over 12 million tourists meet the locals each year.
So we need to go to Kapali Garsi, closed mall. We're having to spend money to move as quick as we can through Turkey. So we really need to be able to work to make that money back.
The further the teams head east, the chance of earning good money diminishes. Natalie and Shamima have already spent over 30% of their total budget, so they take decisive action.
We are trying to get a job in the bazaar, and we have 2 telephone numbers that we can call, but we don't have a phone. Would it be possible if you could call the number for us, please?
All teams have been provided with a travel guide for each leg, complete with classified job adverts.
Yeah, he's waiting for you.
They've secured work in a cafe in one of the world's most popular tourist destinations, the Grand Bazaar, which attracts up to 400,000 people a day.
This is it. I'm Shamima.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
Jen, what would you like us to do today?
Working?
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, guys. Want to come for a tea or coffee?
No problem, no problem, no problem.
Yes, they have English tea here. Do you want a drink? I don't want to do this anymore.
I know we need money. I'm washing the cups.
Don't slam the cutlery. Fuck's sake.
Ankara, the capital of Turkey and its second largest city, home to over 5 million people. Still 1,200 miles from the Baku checkpoint, Josh and Felix have just arrived and are looking for a direct bus east to Tbilisi in Georgia.
I think we should get the train. I just don't want to spend 23 hours on a coach. I'd rather spend 24 hours on a train. But let's just go. Like, literally.
Unable to face another marathon coach journey and confident in their position in the race, the boys opt to take the Eastern Express Railway, a slower but more scenic route across Turkey. Also awaiting the same evening train are Darren and Alex.
We're heading to an art gallery.
Slash cafe.
Which is supposed to have amazing views over Ankara. We get to work with some locals, do something we've never done before. It's going to be good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I'm looking forward to it.
There's a really, really fine balance between racing and having a really tight budget. It's no good avoiding elimination if you've then got no money to carry on.
Please.
Yeah, oh yes, we'll come up.
Please.
Father and son will be working for a renowned local art dealer, Mr. Teziolu.
Come.
Come in.
Chop.
Come, Alex.
I'm coming.
Come in.
Tough boss shouting and ordering Alex about already. I like it. I'm just surprised Alex is listening.
I don't really know like my plans in life. I've been applying for jobs a lot and you go to hundreds of job interviews but you just don't get anywhere.
Come, Alex.
Bloody hell, why me? This trip is about proving to myself that I can do something, like I can properly get out of my comfort zone.
Alex, come on. No England. This is Turkish.
Okay.
2 tea, please.
2 tea?
2 tea.
But
Can I? Yes, please. Yes.
Can I have a drink?
No drink.
I think Alex has got into a bit of a rut. He always takes the easy option.
Böyle yapacaksın. Al.
One of the challenges will be is for me to step back and go, no, Alex, you need to do this. And I'm going to try to let Alex do as much as he can because he will benefit.
Pissing me off, man. This is a joke. I asked for a drink, I can't even get a drink, are you mad?
Alex is basically having a bit of a culture shock at the moment.
Alex, çabuk ol Alex.
Fuck off.
Patience, remember, patience.
I'm gonna walk off soon. Just can't cope with it.
Respect.
Yeah, respect. I just want a drink, that's all I want.
Finish, please.
You're mad.
Yes.
270 miles northwest, and Tony and Elaine have arrived in Istanbul, having spent the last 18 hours on a bus. After bringing up the rear in the first leg, the retired teachers know that should history repeat itself, they would be eliminated.
Depends how long and how much.
25 hours.
Determined not to let this happen, they're planning to get straight back on another bus, travelling a mammoth 1,100 miles across the whole of Turkey and into neighbouring Georgia, a journey of over 24 hours.
Even the express train that is full, that we know is full, takes longer than 24 hours. So clearly this is the quickest we are going to get there. We need to know the price. How much?
For 40 euro.
Let's just get the ticket, get the money, get the ticket, done. We'll be in Georgia tomorrow. That journey is 24 hours. For me, that... I'm going to go settle. That journey could be a week. But if that's the fastest way to do it, we're going to do it.
As Tony and Elaine await their connection, Natalie and Shamima are cashing out after their long shift at the cafe.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Great.
50 Turkish lira, £6.42 is what we've earned today.
I think we've really felt the difference in the value of money in Turkey in comparison to Europe. For a whole 6 hours, we've earned £6 each. That's like £1 an hour. I think going across Turkey, it probably will be quite cheap.
I hope so.
Meanwhile in Ankara, Josh and Felix and Darren and Alex are still neck and neck as they board the Eastern Express, bound for Kars. The Eastern Express takes a long and winding route across Turkey, and though it has an estimated journey time of 24 hours, it rarely runs on schedule.
These pull down. Got a bed?
Now in the lead, despite being last to leave Delphi, Tony and Elaine, who are on their direct bus to Tbilisi.
But yeah, 25-hour, 26-hour coach journey. It's state of mind, it'll be fine, it'll be good. We've got the cards.
Natalie and Shamima are still in Istanbul, and Sue and Claire have also just arrived.
This place is amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing.
Caviar.
But their 9-hour wait back in Thessaloniki bus station has taken its toll.
I think it's more than 36 hours now since I've really had any sleep. And I'm feeling it. I'm not making sense. I'm functioning at a very low level. We've got to be off by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to get the bus. It's going to take us to Tbilisi in Georgia, which is a 24-hour bus ride, which I'm not really looking forward to, but we've got to do it. We've got to power on through.
Having stopped racing in order to earn money, Shamima is still keen to make the most of the remaining time in Istanbul.
I would really still like to go and have a bit of chill time.
So really let's go to the Blue Mosque then.
And then?
Then we can do whatever you want to do. If you want to really go to the Blue Mosque, let's make that a priority.
Okay.
And then we can sort everything else out after. Because now it's getting late to go to the Blue Mosque. I don't want that, don't put that on me.
It's not putting it on you, Natalie. We're just trying to make
so let's go to the Blue Mosque.
The Sultan Ahmed Mosque, one of Istanbul's most famous landmarks. Built in the 1600s, its walls are adorned with hand-painted tiles, which at night bathe the mosque in a soft blue light, giving it its more widely known name, the Blue Mosque.
It's a shame we didn't get here before it closed. Life's definitely changed at the moment. I've been married for 19 years and we've decided as a family that it's come to a point where me and Imran are separating. It's still quite taboo in the community that I'm from, so the South Asian communities, and although Imran and I have been separated for a while now, it's not something that I've been able to openly talk about, and so it's almost like I've almost been living a lie. And it feels really peaceful around here. It would have been awesome if we were able to go in. Everyone's got their own ideas about what faith means to them. For me, it's just kind of calming, gives me direction. Having this time to myself and just being away from responsibility will allow me to think about what it is that I actually want. My children, oh, they'd love it. I'm going to do a trip with them come here. It'd be amazing. Maybe that's why I didn't get to go in. I get to go in with my children.
I love travelling by train. On an aeroplane, this would be 5-10 seconds flying over this area and it'd be gone. I think because everyone's in such a rush all the time, they sort of like forget to stop. And then when you do, and you look out and you think, wow, this is amazing.
Initially running in 1936, the Eastern Express has been expanded over the years to stop at 11 provincial cities between Ankara and Kars. It covers a total of 1,208 miles, almost double the distance of the equivalent road journey.
Not so much express either, really.
Very slow. Very slow.
I call it the Eastern Trundle. I was going to call it something.
The Eastern local train.
Yeah. When we get off at Kars and try and make our transfer as quickly as possible to Tbilisi, the feeling of imperative will return, because the decisions we make will affect how quickly we get there. Whereas for now, it's a good time to just sit back, watch it slide by and try and, recharge slightly, because we can't make it go any faster.
I think within the context of the race, the most pertinent thing is the fact that Darren and Alex are next door.
I'm not saying I don't ever cry.
I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
It's not something I do very often. I cry every time I watch E.T. I've seen it about 100 times, and every single time I choke up.
E.T. is the thing which you cry for, and it's not even human.
I'm improving. It's your time to improve.
You always send digs and stuff.
I don't intentionally dig. I think sometimes I can say things without fully thinking about the consequences.
It piss me off.
Yes, but also you get really, really wound up and peeved exceptionally quickly. Generally, over the most innately dull things. Yeah. That's something you need to heavily deal with.
Yeah.
So we've both still got a lot more work to do.
To get into Azerbaijan, the teams must all travel through Georgia, as Armenia remains a closed border. Sue and Claire are on the direct bus to Tbilisi, making rapid progress. Picking up the same route as the new race leaders, Tony and Elaine, who have made it to the Georgian capital. Natalie and Shamima are making good progress as they pass through Trabzon. And just arriving into Kars on the Eastern Express are Darren and Alex and Josh and Felix. After their marathon train ride, Darren and Alex opt to look for a bed for the night. But Josh and Felix have other plans.
Let's go. Taxi.
Taxi?
Yeah.
How
Cool.
much
Tbilisi.
to Tbilisi in Georgia?
Today, tomorrow?
Now.
Today, now.
Are you seriously thinking of getting a taxi to Tbilisi?
We can't go to the border without having a lift arranged from the other side, so could you...
Can you phone Georgia? Phone a Georgian cab?
No.
No.
Wait, the Georgia taxi wait the border?
They wait at the border?
Yeah.
Sorry, looking for hotel. Straight down.
Thank you.
Oops.
Plans thwarted. Josh and Felix discover they must also stay in Kars overnight.
I'm spitting fucking balls, man!
Due to poor road conditions in the time of night, it's too dangerous to get through the border, and it's not possible for any teams to cross.
Better not be a dry town.
We have. Oh, that is so nice.
Oh, Alex as well, you'll be happy. We got a TV.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's a bit weird. We've got a normal toilet.
It's morning in the East Turkish town of Kars. Darren and Alex have a few hours until their connecting bus into Georgia. Keeping with the cutthroat nature of this leg, they're off to sample a traditional Turkish barbers.
getting my ears waxed. I don't know what it entails, but I hope it's not painful. Oh! God damn it, that hurt! Wow!
Yesterday's not-so-express train journey has left Josh and Felix anxious and eager to get out of cars.
We know at least one team is on the same schedule as us. Darren and Alex, let's see if there's a way we can get a jump on them.
The coach is the quickest way, and I think if any other teams have cottoned onto that fact, then they'll be overtaking us.
One team who have indeed overtaken is Natalie and Shamima. Their strategy of back-to-back buses is paying off as they're fast approaching Tbilisi.
We focus more on speed.
Yeah, we've got a good chance, but it's
still everybody's race, and
yeah.
It's just one missed train connection, one missed bus connection, and everything could change.
Tbilisi, derived from the Georgian for warm. It is the country's capital city with a population of 1.5 million. Elaine and Tony arrived late last night and have decided to cool off from the heat of the race.
Travel plans mean we can spend the afternoon here. I feel really lucky because I've always wanted to come here, and now we have, and we're looking around and it's amazing.
The view off the top is just quite incredible. Fancy a shower and standing, because you love to stand underneath that.
Yeah.
I think the excitement of going somewhere totally new is just so refreshing.
Oh,
oh wow.
It's nice.
Tony's Yorkshire charm has proved a hit with the locals, particularly their hotel owner, Tanya.
On tomorrow we get eliminated. Yeah, on the race we get we don't think we'll get through. Then on the way home we've come back to Georgia and we have our holiday. Yeah.
As the day draws to a close, Sue and Claire have also made it to Tbilisi.
We knew it was going to be hard, but when you're actually in the middle of it, I think it's harder than we thought. The relentless moving on and moving on and moving on, and the toll it takes on you, and not being able to sleep properly and eat properly. And
I think once we're past this leg and we're safely in and we're not eliminated, things will change. I think the pressure has been enormous.
You can't keep going without stopping. And we've had to stop here for our sanity. And I think maybe some of the other teams don't. Maybe they just keep flying through.
As Sue and Claire recoup in the Georgian capital, Elaine and Tony are heading out, this time taking a taxi to the border.
Bye-bye. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
And I reckon it'll be 1, 2, 3 buses.
Yeah.
So top whack 6 hours.
I think we've worked really hard on this leg because we've thought carefully about the route. We've thought carefully about maximising all long journeys.
Hello, we come. Baku.
Starting last is, well, it's a kick up the pants of you've got to get on with it and
get going.
You don't want to be going home first.
Tony and Elaine's persistence has paid off as they are the first team to cross into Azerbaijan.
Spotted a bus immediately to Baku. I like operating like that.
You can't really presume that you've got through to the next stage, because Sue and Claire could have just thought, well, let's go all out and hire a private taxi. They could be there. You just do not know.
Back in Tbilisi, Sue and Claire head for breakfast.
Hello.
At what appears to be the city's most popular hotspot for tourists.
Some tea, please.
English.
Yes, English.
Yeah. Azerbaijan.
Yes. Yes.
You know. Singapore. Tommy.
Yeah.
Helen.
Tony and Helen.
Evet,
Elaine.
gitti. Azerbaycan'a gitti.
They've gone today.
Bugün sabah. Saat
We've gone today.
5 o'clock today.
Okay. Burada çalıştı.
We got picture. Wonderful.
Oh.
Excellent.
Tony.
Azerbaijan?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the team that we were neck and neck with, and they're ahead of us, and we've got to get cracking.
Okay, we need to go. Right, let's get sorted. Yeah.
We don't know about the other three teams.
We're going to get there, hopefully into third place, maybe even second.
Sue and Claire make moves to get out of Georgia, just as the two teams that started this leg at the front of the pack are arriving.
Baku, 6:30.
Where?
There, that bus. Is it leaving at 6:30?
Yeah, excellent.
But to get ahead, rivals Josh and Felix are opting for the quicker, more expensive route all the way to Baku.
How much to go to Baku? Yes? Should we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
50 miles ahead, Natalie and Shamima's tactic of non-stop travel from Istanbul means they're the second team to cross the border into Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan!
Azerbaijan! Everybody wants to get to Azerbaijan!
But a further 320 miles ahead, Tony and Elaine, the last team to leave the Delphi checkpoint, are the first team to arrive in Baku. The capital and largest city in Azerbaijan. Sitting 28 metres below sea level, it's the lowest lying capital in the world. The lowest lying team at the start of this leg were Tony and Elaine. Having made it to Baku, they receive details of the checkpoint location on the only piece of technology permitted in the race, their GPS tracker.
Please proceed to Haydar.
Haydar Aliyev Centre.
Right, okay.
Can't wait to get to that hotel. I'll be straight in that pool if there is one.
I don't know whether there will be one.
I'll tell you what, a taxi would have been expensive. We've got these trains going 1,000,000 miles an hour and there's 7 stops. Do you know Haydar Aliyev Centre?
Come on.
Oh. That's it.
That's it. Over Elaine, here. What do you think it is?
I don't know. No idea.
That is something else.
Come on. Come on then, let's read this message. It should be here now because we're... Yeah, let's have a look. Look directly in front of you and you will see your next checkpoint, the Flame Towers Hotel. Which is in front, that way? Or that, is it, could it be this?
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Come on, come on, come on. Entrance, Flame Tower Hotel, reception. Shit.
It's bloody more. Oh.
Welcome back, Baku.
Thank you.
It was very nice to sign here, and you're first.
I'm just so relieved that we're still in this race.
And I just want now to maintain that pace and that energy all the way through now.
They will be absolutely floored
I think they'll be
when they come
quite
in.
shocked that we came in first.
I think they'll be
quite shocked.
Yeah.
Where are they? Come on, where are they?
The remaining teams are closing in on the second checkpoint, all too aware the last ones to arrive will be eliminated.
Never give up.
No.
Excuse me? 3 towers? 3 flames? Okay.
Yella, yella. My heart's going at 400 to the dozen. If Alex and Darren have beaten us here, leaving at the same time, then credit to them, because I don't think we could have done that any quicker.
I've seen some amazing things, I've done some amazing things, but I'm not ready to finish yet. I want to carry on. I don't want to finish in Baku. I'm not ready to go home tomorrow.
The Flame Tower's fantastic.
That's it, that's it, let's go.
Flame Towers, Flame Towers. That way, oh, that way.
Hello.
Wow. Sign us in, baby. Wow.
How did they get here first?
That's amazing. How the hell have they done that? I think we were just so shocked that Tony and Elaine have come in first because they left last. I don't know how they've done it, but it's actually amazing that they've done that. Anyway,
So
forget that. We've beat both people that were ahead of us.
And we improved our position.
Oh my God.
It shows that we're improving on our strategy and logic in the journey, as well as continuing to have fun.
It feels amazing. Just, we're still in it. We're here for another week at least.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
How are you? We just hope we're not the last ones to check in.
Okay, great.
Sign us in. I don't think it's quite sunk in yet. The kind of like anticipation of the journey, all of the kind of recalculations and everything that happens along the route, and then to get here and not be going home feels absolutely fantastic, but definitely, yeah, a bit of recalculating to do.
The race continues for the final two teams, but whoever checks in last will be going home.
I don't feel like we are fighting for last place. I feel like we might be second, maybe third, maybe even first. But I don't think, oh my God, we're going to be last.
As far as we're concerned, the race is still on. We both have reasons for getting to the end of this race. I want to get to Singapore. I want to see where my dad was based when he was in the RAF in 1946 to 1948. It's really important to me, it means a lot to me. So that's my motivation for just not giving up. We're not giving up yet.
I think we're nearly there.
Downhill's better than up.
Welcome to Baku.
Thank you.
You'd like to check in?
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
As we thought. I know. As we thought. Okay.
We are fourth. We were so close to being last. Wow.
Well, we did everything we could, so we're last.
We said from the start of this leg that we needed to get to this checkpoint in a good time. Good advantage, and if I'm honest, I feel like we let ourselves down.
Skin of our teeth.
We're a bit worried now for the next checkpoint, but at least on the positive side is we're not going home tomorrow. And that is what I'm happy about. The journey continues.
It's been brilliant.
It has.
And we never would have had that time.
No.
Never would have had that time. We're all snatching, you know, the odd day here, the odd week
day
there, and never having a chance to actually be together.
No.
And get back to where we were all those years ago. So, for me, I think that's probably more important than the whole thing.
Yeah, that we've been together. Yeah.
Tony and Elaine have tipped the race entirely on its head, and it's all to play for. But with over 8,000 miles still to travel, how much will dwindling budgets play a part as Race Across the World continues? Next time,
stepping into the unknown.
The teams head across the Caspian Sea.
The storm is coming.
To the wilds of Central Asia, where the teams are pushed to their limits.
I'm waiting for the tough part of the journey. This may well be it.
As they reach the halfway point.
Come on!
In the race across the world.
Be part of the race again next Sunday at 9. Tomorrow night, Gareth Malone's been asked by the school next to Grenfell Tower to help pupils stage a special concert in the choir at 9. Well, it's Comic Relief on Friday. Go online to order your fundraising pack and make a big difference on Red Nose Day.